Good morning. Welcome to this morning's coffee devotional coming out of Luke chapter 10, verse 30. And I think I'm going to probably go to verse 36 and 7 as well. It says in verse 30, and this is talking about the parable of the Good Samaritan. Jesus answered and said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem and fell among thieves, who stripped him of his clothing, wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. Now go to verse 36. Now, which of these three was neighbor to him who fell among the thieves? And the lawyer said, he who showed mercy. Then Jesus said to him, go and do likewise. One of the things that I want us to think about is, who is this Good Samaritan? Jesus met a woman at the well. She was a Samaritan. Samaritans were half-breeds. Samaritans were despised and hated by the Jews. Yet Jesus was drawn to her and ended up offering her water, because he said, if you only knew who I was. In other words, I can identify. I am of man, a woman, born of a woman, conceived in a woman's womb, but my father is another father, not an earthly father. The Samaritans were half-breeds, half Jews and half Gentile. And Jesus could relate. And so when I look at that, Jesus is, and Pastor Rich Butler brought this out in one of his sermons, and man, it lit me on fire. Jesus is actually this Good Samaritan who saw you and I stripped and wounded and left alone for half dead along the side of the road. And Jesus, the Good Samaritan, stopped, picked us up, bandaged us, put us, carried us to the inn, carried us back to his Father in heaven. And today you and I are seated with him in heavenly places, because Jesus is that Good Samaritan. And you and I fell among the thieves, the enemy of our soul. And Jesus brought us back. And therefore, because you have been lost and now found, because you once were broken and are now healed, you and I, because we've been healed, we go forth and we heal others. We point others to the good news of Jesus Christ. We have compassion for others. What are you willing to do to help others? Go and do likewise. The gospel demands our action. God bless you. Be the hands and feet of Jesus this day.